Hello, good morning, family. Yeah, I wanted to make this video today because I was requested by one of the sisters. She asked if I could share some of my experiences on going vegan. Thought maybe that might help. I mean, I guess I seem to have quite a assured sense of what it is to be vegan, and it's really helped me on my pathway to stay that way. For me, is absolutely there's like no doubt in it. I could never ever eat corpse again. So yeah, oh gosh, where do I start? Maybe I'll just start from the beginning of my journey. So for me, actually, I was very fortunate, and that fortune helped me to be able to do well. Maybe other people, they don't have that, and that it really, I'm guessing that would really put a strain on the journey, because my partner at the time was my boyfriend at the time. Well, my husband, yeah, was my boyfriend at the time. When I first thought about going vegan, it wasn't really about the animals. It wasn't even really about health. It was also to do with mental health, the body, the mind, the spirit, who I wanted to be in life. My dad was a Rastafarian. Well, yeah, Rasta, yeah. Growing up with him, and that naturalness, to be natural, to kind of be one with the earth, even though he's not a devout Rasta, was always something that was big to me, that one day I wanted to achieve that. And that's what got me on the beginning of my journey towards where I'm at now. So it's a big part of it. I always said, oh, one day when I'm 40, I'm going to be locked up and I'm going to be vegan, and yeah, I'm going to live until I'm 90 years old, and I'm going to be beautiful into my 80s, and I'm going to be so healthy and fit. So yeah, this was my inspiration. So when I told my boyfriend this at the time, or my husband, I said that I want to do that. He's very competitive, bless his heart. He was like, well, I'll do it too. Great. You know, I love to cook, so he wasn't scared. So I was just experimenting all the time. He was enjoying everything that I was doing. We wasn't doing it exactly the same time. Well, it was the same time, but there was no pressure on him to do well. There's no pressure on me to do well. It was literally what you can do, you just do it. And it was just, for first steps we went to was being a pescatarian. And I set my intention at the beginning. So we had a date. It was around bank holiday in August, while everybody was busy partying and stuff, and everything was saying that this is going to be a time where we're going to say no to meat. Okay, we did that. So then, yeah, I really knew at the beginning. I said, eating meat doesn't seem right to me at all, any meats. So, yeah, I said, I knew this fish was going to be a bridge between one and another. I wasn't saying, oh, it's okay to, it's not okay to eat meat, but it's okay to eat fish. I knew that giving up meat was not going to be easy. So yeah, I knew. So I'm struggling at the moment, trying to become pescatarian first. Yeah, so yeah, Shan, this might help you. Yeah, I knew that the fish became like a bridge. So I was very appreciative of the fish. That might sound weird. It sounds weird to me now, but I knew that there was a place that I wanted to get to, where I wanted to be kind to all things, including myself. I didn't know truly what that meant at the time. So I went on that journey, and it was about 2 or 3 months, from August until November, to my birthday. So I went to the next date, where I said, on this date, on my birthday, I'm going to become a vegetarian. And that's what I did. My birthday was the last time I had fish. And then the next day, I went vegetarian. And I was ready, you know. I didn't know if I was going to be ready or not. But somewhere over that time, I just said I was really appreciative for the fish having get me to the one place to the other. I didn't want to remain comfortable with eating the fish no more. Because I knew that the fish was conscious too. So I just said to myself, you know what? I'm actually glad to be done with that. And I'm glad to be a part of another life that's actually conscious about these fishes' journey. And I don't want to be a part of harming them anymore. And it was really, really freeing, because in that experience, I learned what it was like to give something up again, and releasing things back out into the universe is so important for us, you know, to help our growth and to realize how strong we actually are. That I thought that this thing that was meat, like I really needed meat, and what was my plate going to look like without a bit of fish on it? Because it's like there's no meat on there. But I was ready for a new challenge. And then I went from then to being vegetarian. Oh my gosh, I've just given up fish. Like, it's going to be so difficult to give up cheese and, well, not really milk. I'm not really a milk fan, to be honest, yeah. But, like, definitely things like cheeses and milky stuff, creamy stuff. You know, I like the creamy pasta and things like that. How am I going to do that? Like, no way. I love these things. But, you know what? I told myself, I'm looking forward to it. So in my mind was kind of like telling me like, no, like, you know, this is going to be hard, yeah. But then I said to myself, no, I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna do a lot of experimenting. I'm gonna try all these new dishes. Got myself really psyched up, and that's exactly what happened. So yeah, cheese is impossible. You know what? It seems impossible, but one day I'll probably even be there with that as well, because I now eat vegan cheese, Graham. Yeah, and I love vegan cheese. Like, I'm a little bit obsessed with it. I think it's because I had to give up cheese and I was always a cheese lover, that now I've finally got cheese back. I'm just obsessed with it. So I'm purging myself on as much vegan cheese as I want now. But yeah, cheese is a difficult one. But we'll get around to vegan cheese in a minute. Hey, thank you. Yeah, so next, so I started doing all these lovely vegetarian recipes, and I really got that bit out of my system, to be honest. And after a while of that, I felt really like a bit like sickened by it, because in that period of time, like, I knew from going vegetarian to going vegan that I better get all that cheese and stuff in now whilst I'm doing it. I don't have kids, Shan. No, I don't. Not yet, sister. But I could maybe share some thoughts on things that I know that could help, like, kids as well, to be able to adapt as well. Because I've got some thoughts on that. Even though I don't have kids, I'm quite good with the kiddies' meals and stuff like that. Yeah, so I was really purging myself over this time with cheese, and it was actually starting to get even maybe a bit sickly to me. I've started watching videos as well, and about animal cruelty, and I also started to get involved in some deep meditation over this time. I also started look into ancient practices and craft as well, with regards to healing and being in tune with our Mother Universe. So all of this knowledge, I'd given up meat, and all of this knowledge was starting to flood in. Little did I know at the time, this is the true power of manifestation, that once we release something to the universe, there's nothing called nothing. And when you release something comes in. Children love me, and they have it when they go to their dads too. Yeah, so I'm going to come back to that point, Chantal. Yeah, so stay tuned, or come back, or whatever, sister. Yeah, so what was I at? yeah, so I was releasing these things and getting all of this new information in, and this information was really helping me along the way. So yeah, definitely we need to make sure we look around us as well. When we're struggling with things, there's stuff that's happening in our environment that can help us to learn and to see the direction that we need to go, things that can help to give us strength, things that if we do daily things in our life, those things will help us to become stronger people. And yeah, watching those videos and doing my own meditation, becoming closer to the universal consciousness, absolutely 100% cemented that last piece. And then I saw a date coming up in January. I remember it was like the 7th of January 2017, and it was something about the date that was paradoxical, and I said that would be a fabulous date to start my vegan journey on, because I felt like it was a porthole opening. These are all my instincts, everything that was helping me to do these things. So I'm using now, so just to understand how I really empowered myself to stay vegan, I first of all went on this journey of weaning myself away, so understanding that what I'd experienced being a carnist all my life here was basically like an addiction to torture, and it was disguised in this flavor and this culture and this lifestyle, yeah. And you know, even like some other things that come involved around like behaviors and stuff as well, I didn't really realize that all of these things were attached to meat eating. But then as I let them go, yeah, learning everything else, well, these other things, they really empowered me to really realize and accept the truth about what this experience is. So you know, in January, gone vegan now, and at first I just thought it's gonna be hard, but you know what, it wasn't. Every day I found that actually the moment I actually went vegan, it was much more difficult to go pescatarian. It was much more difficult to go vegetarian, because whilst I was still eating the dairy products and the fish, I was really limiting myself to what I could do with those things. So everything was focused around that. All of a sudden that became eliminated. And it's like I have all of these plants and all of these different things, milks, cheeses, everything to play with. Things that I had never like tried before, things that I'd never discovered. I'm just like, wow, like what's that? I even tried going down there. Oh, sorry, I'm not a terribly healthy person, yeah, but the health route, and trying things like quinoa and stuff like that, and cauliflower rice, and what's that thing, you know, you get the squash and you make like spaghetti out of it, stuff like that. So yeah, like it was really, really interesting. I really enjoyed experimenting. I soon found out the things that I liked and the things that I didn't like. And I wasn't really quite ready to go down that full alkaline health route yet. But I was most definitely ready to go vegan and give up cruelty. And then it became like, wow, what's happening to my body? I'm feeling lighter. I'm feeling more upbeat. I'm feeling more connected with self. I'm feeling more connected with others. I was struggling with depression and anxiety, to which I say I still feel those things today. But now I have a place of understanding them. So, like, all of a sudden just feeling so cloudy all the time, I'm like, my mind's open, my eyes are open, I'm seeing truths, I'm seeing things, I'm connecting with people, I'm inspiring other people already for my journey, and this is making me feel, it's like amazing, it's making me feel so good. I'm like, people are saying, Serena, like, wow, like, how do you do that? And I'm like, I know, it's amazing, like, I'm amazing myself at the moment, I don't know how this is happening, but just stay tuned, innit, like, you know, and I will just share what I got with you. So, yeah, yeah, it just became, and then a moment of enlightenment, and I realised that I've fully connected to Source because of all the things that I've been doing at the same time. And I realised that all the struggles in my path and everything going around me today, all the stresses that we're having, oh, this can't happen and that can't, it's really hard to do that in overcoming those things and saying, no, I'm not giving up. I'm doing this. I'm going to do this. Those things became a part of that strength that was helping me really connect to my divine self. And in seeing that, it was like, I realised that shit, the really reason why I didn't feel good when I'm eating all of these things is because that's me. That's my soul in another body. So I can't see through their eyes. But I can see that someone's seeing through their eyes. And I'm learning that my soul is connected to everything. And then I start to add it up. I'm like, wait a minute. So if our soul is like tickling down throughout everything and seeing through everything's eyes, and I'm only one little small little fragment of that bigger picture, but then billions every day slaughtered, tortured, like taking the piss out of, like, that's me. No wonder why I feel like that. And no wonder why I feel better now, because now I'm standing up for myself. You see, when we're downtrodden, yeah, when everything stresses on us and that, yeah, and we don't do nothing about it, we just allow ourselves to be attacked, and we just sit by and say, okay, it's all right. Why? Because someone put something nice, fancy in our hand to play with, and it's something material, we're just playing with it, yeah, right? When we allow things like that to happen, of course we're going to feel depressed. That's what was happening to me. I realised it. So it became, from me being kind, to me realising that me being kind to others was me being kind to myself. Wow. How really, really important it is. Not just to the body, not just to our health, not just to our family, but to this world, to the universe, for our conscious soul, yeah? That understanding that killing and torture to any living being is no good. So yeah, I mean, and then since then, it's been a journey of discovery, building upon that. Oh, you think that's it? You think you just reach enlightenment and you just like, oh, that's it? No, no, no. Therein comes higher blessings, higher enlightenment. Therein comes a more empowered sense of self. There comes purpose. There comes, you know, the authenticity. You start to really be yourself. Start not to worry about what other people think. Oh, I was vegan. Oh, you you can't be like that's strange. Oh, nah, man. I need some meat, boy. I need some meat on my plate. Let me look at them. No, I don't really feel like judged. Deep. I was about to say that. I feel like, wow, that's deep. I feel actually more loving towards them in that moment. I feel like, wow, like I could hear my voice before. Our soul and spirit are two different things. No, I wouldn't. So it depends how you look at it. What's your perception of soul and spirit, Graham? No, our soul is everything. Our soul is what's around us. It's manifesting everything, but there's a consciousness that flows between living beings, where we allowed to think and actually play a role in conscious manifestation of the universe and the world and everything around us. So when we're torturing these beings, they're actually sentient beings. They're part of the manifestation process too. What kind of world can a tortured being manifest? Yeah. So yeah. We're talking about the spirit as in life and creation. I guess creation is everything but the soul. If you want to put it that way, I call it the same thing. It's the same word, but yeah, it's the same word, but it's just dimensional. So yeah, I can't remember where I was now at that point. That was a good question. I just wanted to answer it. Great.